Palace, where I accepted an invitation from His Majesty the King to form the next government of this great nation.
Get down tonight.
I want to thank the outgoing Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
Oh.
His achievement as the first British Asian Prime Minister of our country, the extra effort that will have required, should not be underestimated by anyone. And we pay tribute to that today. And we also recognise the dedication and hard work he brought to his leadership. But now our country has voted decisively for change, for national renewal, and a return of politics to public service.
Amen.
When the gap between the sacrifices made by people and the service they receive from politicians grows this big, it leads to a weariness in the heart of a nation, a draining away of the hope, the spirit,
Correct.
the belief in a better future.
Correct.
That we need to move forward
for my children
together. Now, this wound, this lack of trust, can only be healed by actions, not words. I know that. But we can make a start today with the simple acknowledgement that public service is a privilege and that your government should treat every single person in this country with respect.
Yes.
If you voted Labour yesterday, we will carry the responsibility of your trust as we rebuild our country. But whether you voted Labour or not, in fact, especially if you did not, I say to you directly, my government will serve you. Politics can be a force for good. We will show that. We've changed the Labour Party, returned it to
for your
service,
futures.
and that is how we will govern.
Yeah?
Country first, party second. Yet, if I'm honest,
do you hear that, babies?
Service is merely a precondition of hope. And it is surely
your
clear
future.
to everyone that our country needs a bigger reset, a rediscovery of who we are. Because no matter how fierce the storms of history, one of the great strengths of this nation has always been our ability to navigate the way to calmer waters. And yet this depends upon politicians, particularly those who stand for stability and moderation, as I do. Recognising when we must change course, for too long now, we've turned a blind eye as millions slid into greater insecurity. Nurses, builders, drivers, carers,
nurse here,
people
guys,
doing the
in
right
St
thing,
Thomas's Hospital,
working
London.
harder every day. Recognised at moments like this before, yet as soon as the cameras stop rolling, their lives are ignored. I want to say very clearly to those people, not this time.
Thank you, Keir.
Changing a country is not like flicking a switch. The world is now a more volatile place. This will take a while. But have no doubt that the work of change begins immediately. Have no doubt that we will rebuild Britain with wealth created in every community. Our NHS back on its feet facing the future. Secure borders, safer streets, everyone treated with dignity and respect at work. The opportunity of clean British power, cutting your energy bills for good. And brick by brick, we will rebuild the infrastructure of opportunity. The world-class schools and colleges, the affordable homes that I know are the ingredients of hope for working people. The security that working class families like mine can build their their lives around. Because if I asked you now whether you believe that Britain will be better for your children,
Yes.
I know too many of you would say no. And so my government will fight every day until you believe again.
Thank you, Keir.
From now on, you have a government unburdened by doctrine,
Yes.
guided only by the determination to serve your interests,
Yes.
to defy, quietly,
Go on, Keir.
those who have written our country on.
Goodbye, Conservatives.
You have given us a clear mandate,
Adios.
and we will use it to deliver change, to restore service and respect to politics, end the era of noisy performance, tread more lightly on your lives, and unite our country. 4 nations standing together again, facing down, as we have so often in our past,
At
the
long
challenges of an insecure world,
At long last.
committed to a calm and patient
Now I
rebuilding.
can breathe.
So, with respect and humility,
And Mum and Dad are partying in
I
heaven.
invite you all to join this government of service
Yes. Go on,
in
Keir.
the mission of national
Come
renewal.
on.
Our work is urgent, and we begin it today.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Go on. Yes. Come on, Keir. Come on. Woo-woo. Amazing. Amazing.
From Victoria Starmer, all of those who've waited this last hour or so in Downing Street to welcome the new Prime Minister with his extraordinary majority, thanking primarily at the beginning of his
No negativity,
speech the
please.
outgoing
I am
Prime
not
Minister,
listening to no
paying
negativity.
tribute to the extra
Goodbye,
effort it would have taken
Conservatives.
him
Hello,
achieving that position
Labour.
as Britain's first
My
Asian Prime
children
Minister.
can have hope.
He then spoke very clearly, though, then about a
isn't
mission
that
of national
beautiful?
renewal.
She's very classy.
He talked about speeches we've heard before on the steps of number 10 Downing Street, where workers across the country have been promised much. He argued, he said they were then ignored. This Labour Prime Minister
children.
then pledged that they would not be. He then said that change will not come like the flicking of a switch, but will take a while. But he said that this was an incoming
Come on,
government
Keir.
of service, unburdened by doctrine. He said, we will tread more lightly on your lives, 4 nations standing together again. Let's just take in some of the scenes in Downing
Enjoy
Street.
the moment. I certainly am today. And it's now party time. Yes. He doesn't know how to be unserious, does he? He needs to smile more. Oh, he's doing well. It's the lawyer in him, you see. Oh, come on, yes.
Welcome to your new lives.
Today
The civil service, as
is
is
a good
tradition,
day.
applauding the new Prime Minister and his wife, welcomed by Cabinet Secretary Simon Case, applauded through the hall of Downing Street to meet his new staff. A little sigh outside, broad smiles, flags waved as hard as they could be.
5th of July.
Daniel's alongside me, having
It's a
witnessed
very
those.
good
Well, that was
day.
quite a moment.
It was.
Right.
I think it was a nice touch
I think
to
everyone should wrap
mention
up
what
from
you said at
work
the start
and
of
go
that
and
speech.
party.
The tone of the speech was what tried to bring
Bye-bye.
the country together.